Welcome to the Doctor's Edition. This is the edition where healthcare professionals can join the line to find out the difference between CBD and medical marijuana, learn about some of our CBD products here at Wakana as well. So I want to welcome each and every one of you. I'm Dr. Rita McGuire, and I am the Chief Medical Officer here at Wakana. I'm an obstetrician gynecologist. I graduated from Wayne State School of Medicine, completed my residency at Cook County. I'm the CEO of RJM Wellness and Ripped Rita Fitness. I'm a global women's health and wellness speaker, as well as a certifying physician for medical marijuana and a member for Doctors for Cannabis Regulation. Again, I'm one of the co-founders and chief medical officer for Wakana. So I want to welcome all of you to our Zoom tonight, but I also want you to meet our medical advisory board. Here at Wakana, we have a group of healthcare professionals. We have MDs, we have nurses, we have RNs, we have nurse practitioners, we have pharmacists and chiropractors and dentists. We have clinical psychologists, and we also have naturopaths. So we have a very wide range of healthcare professionals that not only help to educate us during our conferences and some of our Zoom webinars, but also share these products with their patients, with their families, and even themselves. So let's talk about how and when cannabis became mainstream. Well, it really came to light when Dr. Sanjay Gupta, he made a public apology. He came out in 2014 and said, you know what? I didn't dig deep enough. I didn't look at the research. I didn't talk to enough experts about this plant. Because in 2009, Dr. Sanjay Gupta said no to weed, no to pot, no to marijuana, that this plant absolutely had no place in medicine. In fact, he had to come back and make a public apology because he started to dig in the research. He started to travel the world. He started to talk to patients. He started to talk to medical experts all over the country that said, yes, cannabis can be and should be used medicinally for those who are looking for alternatives to their health. So let's look at the cannabis plant. The cannabis sativa is part of the cannabis family that has two species. One species is the marijuana species. That's the species that gives us the high. It gives us the euphoria, the paranoia, and even the munchies. And then there's the hemp species. That's a species in about 4.5 years ago, I didn't know much about. The only thing I knew about cannabis was marijuana. But the hemp species, which is the health without the high, is a species that doesn't give you a euphoria, a paranoia, or even the munchies. So our products here at Wakana are sourced from the hemp species. And by definition, the hemp species is defined as containing 0.3% or less of THC. Now, the marijuana species has high levels of THC, between 10 and 20% of THC, and that's why it gives you the high and the euphoria. So both species, yes, they both contain THC, they both contain CBD and other cannabinoids, but just know they differ by the percentage of THC. Now, you can see in this slide that marijuana and hemp has many uses. You know, hemp has industrial uses, and that's what makes hemp so fascinating and well sought after. You know, there are homes that are being made with hemp. There's clothes being made with hemp. And of course, the very first Bible was constructed on paper that was made from hemp. The very first Model T Ford was constructed from material made from hemp. And even the gasoline that Model T Ford ran on was from hemp. So again, the difference between marijuana and hemp is that marijuana has high levels of delta-9 THC, that's a substance that gives you the high, and hemp has very low levels of THC. We look further at some other characteristics of hemp versus marijuana, and one characteristic of hemp is that it grows high, as high as 20 feet, and the leaves are bunched near the top of the stem. Whereas marijuana is shorter, it's fatter, it resembles a bush, and more leaves and buds are surrounding the plant's body. So characteristically, you can really pinpoint a marijuana plant from a hemp plant very easily when cultivating. So in 2018, the Farm Bill was passed. Now, this is a bill that allows hemp to be legal to sell, cultivate, and to consume. So when we think about CBD and we think about how it can give us so many benefits to the body, the reason why it's so critical for healthcare professionals out there to understand that it's legal is that now we're going to see a lot of research coming out of institutions like UC San Diego. In fact, they're doing a lot of research on CBD as it relates to ADHD, anxiety, depression, eating disorders, and even epilepsy. So a lot of research is now being able to go forward with CBD, whereas there's so many restrictions still because on a federal level, marijuana is not legal, so that research cannot be done. So again, hemp is legal. It has been removed from the Schedule I classification. A Schedule I drug is a drug that's deemed having no medicinal benefits, having a very high potential for toxicity and addiction, and no medicinal benefits to the body, and a high safety profile. So yeah, hemp used to be classified as a Schedule I drug like LSD and heroin and all of those other harmful drugs that are out there. So no longer is it a Schedule I drug. So when it comes to the FDA has approved only one CBD prescription, and that's Epidiolex. Epidiolex is a medication that's used for children who have Lennox-Gastaut syndrome, Dravet syndrome, and tuberous sclerosis. So just know that this medication is $3,200, $3,500 a month, but it is the only FDA-approved CBD medication. Well, there's other medications that are approved by the FDA that are more THC. They are more THC products, like Syndros is a FDA-approved medication that's used for nausea and vomiting in those who have cancer. And again, these medications are upwards of $1,500 to $2,000. You know, the point that I'm driving at is that CBD sourced from hemp can be an absolute alternative for that patient who doesn't have the $1,500 and doesn't want to be high, doesn't want to have that THC effect when they're trying to reduce their nausea and vomiting. Marinol is another medication that's used. Again, it has higher levels of THC, but it's used for severe pain, debilitating pain, as well as Sesamet. Sesamet is another medication that's FDA approved, again, more heavier on the THC side. And there's Sativex. Sativex is not approved in the US, it's approved in the UK, but what's nice about this one, at least, is that it's a 1-to-1 ratio. 1-to-1 ratio, meaning 1 THC to 1 CBD. So it allows at least those patients in the UK not to have that high. So when we look at why folks are looking to utilize CBD, it really is because they're looking for an alternative to taking medication. They're looking for a holistic, natural way of addressing their health. And so these are some of the top reasons for using CBD. A large portions of patients want to use it to relax or to relieve stress and anxiety. A lot of folks really turn to use CBD to improve their sleep, to relieve muscle pain and chronic pain and joint pain. There's also the use for social, but also to treat migraines and offset nausea and vomiting. And then there is the menstrual relief. Those women out there that have dysmenorrhea or endometriosis and have very painful menstruations. And then there is the use for sexual enhancement and even treating seizures. So many reasons for using CBD, but we find the top reasons is to reduce stress and anxiety, to address sleep, and to address chronic pain. We look at baby boomers. Baby boomers by far are the largest percentage of users of CBD. Millennials are there as well. But just know that each and every year, these percentages in each age group increase as more and more people utilize CBD and understand how it works and understand that it's important to have another tool in the toolbox if needed. So this is a cannabinoid wheel. These are some of the main compounds that the cannabis plant produces. And as you can see in the slide, CBD is the hero, it's the shero, right? It has many medicinal properties, from being an antibacterial to reducing inflammation, to being an antioxidant, to helping to improve the immune system in those who have a hyperimmune reaction, like those who have lupus and fibromyalgia. CBD also is tranquilizing, meaning it really does help to calm the body, to calm the anxiety. It also is a vasorelaxant. It can come in and improve blood flow by dilating vessels. Well, there's other cannabinoids that work synergistically with CBD. It's CBG and CBC and Delta 8 THC and Delta 9 THC and THCV. Just know that the synergy of all of the cannabinoids together really have the best effect on a cellular level. So when we look at the plant and we look at all the cannabinoids, about 180 to date that the plant produces, just know that our body produces cannabinoids just like the plant. They're called endogenous cannabinoids. So endocannabinoids are produced in our body. Two main endogenous cannabinoids are anandamide and 2-AG. Now, both of these cannabinoids that are produced by our body are found in high levels of breast milk. That's why breastfed babies are so happy, right? And so healthy, right? They have not only the mom's immune system, but they have these cannabinoids that really help to keep their body in balance. And then 2-AG and anandamide, they both are present in beer hops and dark chocolate. So just know that when our body is deficient of these endogenous cannabinoids, we need to supplement our body with CBD. And many of our endogenous cannabinoids are not working at optimal because of the air we're breathing, the pollution in the air, right? The water we're drinking, the stress that we're under, the lack of sleep. All of these environmental and internal stressors on the body reduces the endogenous cannabinoids. So we all need CBD. And we all have a system, a very vital regulatory system in our body that keeps us in balance and helps the CBD work when we consume it, and other cannabinoids. And this vital regulatory system is called the endocannabinoid system. It's made up of receptors. The main receptors are CB1 and CB2, but these receptors, they bind to the cannabinoids when we consume them, or endogenous cannabinoids when our body produces them, and they send a signal to different areas of the body that may need a reduction in inflammation, or maybe the brain needs to release more serotonin or dopamine to help us sleep or to make our mood improve. Whatever it is, when we consume CBD, this vital regulatory system binds to that CBD or THC or whatever cannabinoid is there and puts our body into balance. So this is the most vital regulatory system. It regulates our mood, our blood pressure, our blood sugar, our sleep-wake cycles, our digestion. It regulates every physiological system in our body. So it's pretty important. And thank God we all have it. And this is why we all need to take CBD every day. So CBD can interact with our patients who are on medications. CBD is metabolized in the liver. Many medications are metabolized in the liver. So it's important to know that CBD can inhibit or potentiate medications that our patients are on. So this is why it's important that if you are on the line and maybe you're not a healthcare professional, or maybe you're on Facebook Live and you're not a healthcare professional, and you want to use CBD, but you may be on medication. You may be on a lot of medications. Just know, talk to your doctor, let your doctor know that you want to utilize CBD, because there's some medications like warfarin and Coumadin and theophylline that we use for asthma. Warfarin and Coumadin are a blood thinner. There are several medications where your physician may need to monitor your blood level. Doesn't mean you can't take CBD. It just means you may need to have your blood levels monitored more closely. Now, another issue is, does CBD show up in a drug test? Well, we know that when you utilize CBD topically, when you use pain cream or you use a body lotion or body cream, when you use a topical product, it does not pass the blood-brain barrier, does not pass in the urine. You won't fail a urine drug test. But there's theoretically, using a product that has the legal limit of THC, which is 0.3% or less, theoretically, there could be a small chance of it showing up in your drug screen. So they did a study and they looked at people who took between 1,000 and 2,000 milligrams of CBD a day. That's a lot of CBD. But even in that case, there was only 11 to 23% chance of drug test detection. But we don't want anyone to lose their job. So there is what we call a broad spectrum product, where the THC level is less than 0.00000 of THC. That is a very safe and effective product for those who have random drug screens at their job. So when you're doing drug screens, you want to ask your employer to do a very specific and sensitive urine drug screen, because the ones at CVS and Walgreens, or maybe your employee health has point of care urine drug screens, those are not very specific and sensitive, and they'll pick up any cannabinoid and call it THC, right? They don't know the difference. So have your employer order the LabCorp urine drug screen. It's very sensitive. It gives you a CBD to THC ratio, and it will detect if someone is using THC or if someone's using CBD. So it's really important that your patients, your clients, if you're on Facebook and you're in the healthcare profession, it's really important that you lock arms with a company like Wakana for your patients to utilize a very safe, a very potent, a very high quality product, and most important, a tested product. Because hemp is a bioaccumulator. So when hemp is grown and it's not grown in organic soil, it will accumulate whatever in the soil. It will accumulate toxins, heavy metals, pesticides, mold. It will accumulate so much so that it will be in the product, right? So that's why it's important that you ensure that the products are grown organically, like our products here at Wakana. Our products are grown organically and sourced from Oregon and Colorado. It's also important that there is third-party testing done on every single product. Third-party testing validates that this product is safe, effective, that this product has the legal limit of THC, which is 0.3% or less, and that the product is tested for mold, mildew, heavy metals, pesticides, and residual solvents. So here at Wakana, all of our products that are ingested get a full panel, and all of our products that are used topically are also tested for potency as well. So all of these things are critical. The FDA does not mandate that any CBD company test their products, but we here at Wakana are way ahead of the curve, anticipating that they will mandate one day that CBD companies allow for their consumers to see what's in the bottle. So CBD can be extracted, or the oil can be extracted from the plant in many different ways. But our suppliers utilize a supercritical CO2 extraction method. It's the cleanest method. It is the safest method. There's other methods like butane and propane, but this, for the environment and for clients and consumption, is the cleanest and safest way of extracting, getting the oil out of the plant. Now, there's other methods of consuming CBD or cannabis. It's just not smoking. So there are oral applications called tinctures. There's vape pens. There's liquids that you can add in your water. There's edibles like gummies. There's capsules and topicals. So just know that when you're utilizing and starting your patient out on CBD, you want to start low and start slow. You always want to start low and start slow. More is not better. If you start too much, too fast, your client, your customer, your patient may have a side effect. And some of the minor side effects for CBD is fatigue, excessive fatigue, nausea, maybe vomiting, and headache. And we don't want anyone to have a bad first impression. So when you look at the literature, I like to use PubMed a lot. There's a lot of information. Now, again, you're going to see a lot of research coming out of UC San Diego and other large institutions that are doing studies on CBD and difficult to treat pain, using CBD as a potential treatment for anxiety disorders, using CBD for cancer treatment patients who are undergoing nausea and vomiting, CBD even being used for GI disorders, gastrointestinal disorders like reflux and ulcerative colitis and Crohn's disease. And again, what I love about utilizing CBD is that it gives your patient the health without the high. You don't need to utilize a medical marijuana card when there's an opportunity to utilize CBD from hemp so that patient has no euphoria, paranoia, or psychotropic effects. So we're going to look at some of our products here at Wakana. Very, very large 76 products we have in our product line and in our catalog. Again, every product has a certificate of analysis where you can see the potency, you can see residual solvents, terpenes, also pesticides, mold. All of those things are here and easy to read, pass, fail. All of our results, of course, are pass. And then the FDA disclaimer before we go into these products. It's very important that the statements made regarding these products have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. The efficacy of these products have not been confirmed by the FDA-approved research. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. All information presented here is not meant as a substitute or alternative to information from your healthcare practitioner. So please consult your healthcare professional about potential interactions or other possible complications before using any products. The Federal Food, Drug, and Cosmetic Act requires this notice. So let's look at our tinctures. Our tinctures are oils you place under the tongue. Our tinctures come in two different categories. Our power category is our full spectrum category, which again has the legal limit of THC, which is 0.3% or less. You will not get high because this is CBD sourced from the hemp species. Our pure or our broad spectrum products contain less than 0.0% of THC. This is the product I was speaking of that would be safe for your patients that have random drug screens at their job. And then we have other forms of tinctures. We call it our water soluble. That's our power water soluble, where you can actually utilize it in your water, your juice, anything liquid, you can put the power water soluble in. And then we have a Hemp MD, which is more of our therapeutic brand of our tincture. It does give you 900 milligrams of CBD in that 15 ml bottle, but it's really reserved for those who have more severe challenges that they're trying to address. Our hemp-powered hair is another tincture where you can utilize this product for alopecia, hair thinning, any issues with the scalp. You can utilize that under the tongue as a tincture, but if you have random drug screens, you can utilize the hemp-powered hair directly on the scalp and be very safe in knowing that it will not show up in your urine drug screen. Now, our products have a proprietary formulation. That's what makes Wakana products unique. That's what makes us unique from going to a smoke shop or going to a gas station. I would never buy CBD from a gas station because we don't know where that CBD came from, but just know that our proprietary formulation enhance the CBD. We utilize black seed and turmeric and hemp seed oil, MCT coconut oil in our Hempranium 500 to really make it very unique, but also to enhance the properties of CBD. We know black seed helps with digestion and the kidneys and the liver and blood sugar and cholesterol, skin damage and hair loss. Black seed also rebuilds the beta cells of the pancreas, helping to normalize those who have insulin resistance. So just know our products are very unique here at Wakana. Our topicals offer local relief. So our extreme power cream, you can just put it on any area that's causing dis-ease or discomfort. It again has a proprietary formula. We just don't throw CBD in a jar and call it a day. No, we have enhanced this product with about 8 essential oils: peppermint, spearmint, eucalyptus, a lot of essential oils that enhance the anti-inflammatory properties that CBD has. And then our Dr. Rita's Rub, that's our power liquid relief. This is an amazing product, again, with a proprietary formulation with it that is enhanced, the CBD is enhanced with essential oils. It's in a roller ball, super easy and convenient to carry around in your purse or your pocket whenever you need it. We have another CBD product, a topical for the face. In fact, we have a whole facial line to address any issues of the skin, our Holy Glow. It is amazing. I use it on my skin. It's a serum. We also have a face mask and a moisturizer. Our Power Mango Body Cream is another amazing product utilizing CBD in a body lotion form, right? We have dry hands, we have issues with eczema, psoriasis. this will assist with those conditions as well. And then we have our edibles, our gummies, our flat belly brew, our flat belly gummies, our king of the jungle gummies, our Delta 8 gummies. We have gummies for all of your needs. If your needs are to get sleep, or if your needs are to assist in the bedroom, if your needs are to help to get some pounds off our body, we have an edible for you. So all of our edibles, again, all of our gummies are not coated. They're infused. It makes them even that more potent and efficacious. And then we have our CBD flat belly brew. The flat belly brew and the flat belly gummies are also made with broad spectrum CBD. So those products, the flat belly brew and the flat belly gummies, can be utilized for those who have random drug screens. And then we have our essential oils. Our essential oils are essential here at Wakana. We have a first dispense, which is a nasal spray. That's the one right here. It's a nasal spray that has CBD, and it's also enhanced with essential oils that do what? They are placed right in the entryway of viruses and bacteria. So it helps to reduce viral loads, it helps to reduce the entry of bacteria, and it does also help with those who have allergies and congestions during specific allergy times of the year. But frankincense, black seed, eucalyptus, peppermint. Peppermint is my favorite. I use the peppermint oil and put it on the bottom of my soles of my feet. It gives me energy all day. And then our smokables. We have products that work within 1 to 5 minutes. Those are called our smokables. Right now, we have our Delta 8 smokable. Our other smokables are coming very, very soon, so hold on tight. They're coming. But our Delta 8 smokable is another cannabinoid that's very close to my computer did something weird, very close to Delta 9. So Delta 8 really gives the body a more relaxed feeling than CBD. It also gives the mind more creativity. So that is a product that you want to utilize if you need some relief from an acute event or acute insult to the body. Our culinary products are our spices, our vegan butter, our culinary plus. So if you're out there, you're a healthcare professional and you love to cook, or you know your patients love to cook, well, they can utilize their CBD in this form. They can utilize it in their food. They can enhance their recipes. They can also bake with the culinary plus. So we have products for everyone. We also understand that there's another pandemic. It's called alopecia. It is a global pandemic where folks are losing their hair, men and women all around the world. And why are they losing their hair? Well, many reasons. One is COVID. That's one of the long haulers effect, is the hair loss from the insult of the infection. Also the hairstyles that we're wearing, as well as our diets. And other chronic medical conditions can cause hair loss and hair thinning. We have a whole system called Save Our Strands. Again, we've enhanced shampoos and moisturizer and leave-in detanglers and styling creams, and even products for a man's beard. We've enhanced it with CBD because we understand that CBD has receptors in the skin. Our scalp is the skin, and our hair cannot grow if our scalp is not healthy. So we have other products that keep our home and offices safe. Our Royal Defense line utilizes products like hand sanitizers and hard surface sanitizers and produce wash to keep our homes and our offices safe. Our sexual health division is important too. During the pandemic, many couples were left looking at each other at home. So more interactions were happening during COVID, the global pandemic, but still these products are needed by those who are menopausal or postmenopausal. Our CBD lube helps to enhance the sexual act, but by giving the vagina some more moisture. Our King of the Jungle gummies help to improve stamina, libido, as well as our body butters to really get you in the mood. So the recommended use is on every bottle. It's on the website. Again, start low, start slow. Even if you're dealing with your patients who have diabetes, the same thing. Start low, go slow. The Mayo Clinic did a study, and what they found is that those who had chronic long-term pain didn't need any more than 2.5 to 20 milligrams of CBD per day. So start low, start slow. Even those patients who may be looking for CBD to assist them in lowering their cholesterol. You know, we can't make any claims, but again, start low and go slow. More is not better. So you have so many great choices that you can't go wrong. You want to lock arms with a company like Wakana, products you can trust, because you want your patients to have very safe and effective products. I want to thank you for tuning in. If you have questions, if you have concerns, if you have critiques, whatever it is, email me at ritamd@wakana.com. I invite you now to hop on our 8 o'clock call. Our 8 o'clock call is our business overview, where we talk about our leaders, our co-founders, our vision, our mission, and we talk about more about our product line and our opportunity. So if you're available, here is the Zoom ID, there is the passcode. Whoever invited you on the line, please connect with them and get your questions answered, get your products ordered. If you're a healthcare professional, please email me. I would love to talk to you. My email again is ritamd@wakana.com. I'm going to take about 5 minutes to take some questions. So if you have some questions, put them in the chat right now. I'm going to look on Facebook and see if there's any questions on Facebook, but I'll take the next 5 minutes to take some questions. Oh, Shirley, you're learning how to use your iPad. Fantastic. So any questions, you can put it right there in the chat. I'll take the next 4 minutes to see if there's any questions. I'll look on Facebook. I don't see any questions yet. And see if there's any questions on. Well, if not, I hope to see all of you on our 8 o'clock call. Again, if you're a guest, connect with the person that invited you so you get your questions answered. You can get your products ordered, and you can get started to be a healthier you today. Be well, be safe. We will see you at 8 o'clock. If not, I'll see you next Tuesday.